Hello everyone, this is Tina from Tina's Workshop, and hopefully you can hear me better today. Little bit of a microphone problem on that last video, and I was rushing, so I didn't listen to the whole thing when I was editing it because I knew that it was one long play on, and I needed to do the front, the beginning and the end, and leave the rest, and I know better. So it wasn't until it was up on YouTube that I realized it was messed up. And anyway, I looked at it. The only way to fix it was to re-record the whole video. And I was like, it was hard, but I finally decided to just embrace the fact that it was messed up. So I actually did buy a new microphone. I had two before, and I don't know what had happened and if it was just one, but I've had a couple times where the battery's gone dead, and then I've had to re-record something anyway, so I got a wired one, so I don't have to worry about it being charged or anything like that. I can still use the other ones if I want, if I'm out shooting a video, but hopefully this will solve some problems. I have a regular big boom arm microphone, but the only thing is when I turn or something like that, I've got to have this thing right in front of me, and I'm too mobile to have that. So anyway, new microphone. Hopefully it all works out okay, and hopefully you can all hear me well. So let's see, today is Friday, June 7th. You will be watching this on Saturday, June 8th, and we are currently, it is almost 6 o'clock in the evening. We've had a bit of a, are you kidding me? Hold on. They can't help themselves. I start recording and that's everybody's cue to make noise. We've had a bit of a heat wave lately. So we have had, so there's a dog barking outside. My dog hears the other dog barking and wants to talk. Anyway, we actually had a heat warning because it was, we'd been in 70s, 80s, and then we hit hundreds. Give right around 100 degrees for 3 days in a row. And it was actually staying warm at night, which does not usually happen here. We are too close to the ocean. So we get that evening ocean breeze that comes in, and it usually cools down quite a bit here in the evening. And it was actually staying in the 70s at night. So it was a little toasty here for a few days, and it's still warm. I mean, it's 78 outside right now, and it's 6 o'clock at night. So it's still warm right now, but it's not like it had been. We're a little bit cooler. So let's see, tomorrow, while you guys are watching this, I'm actually going to be at an event. It's Spinners, I think they're calling it Spinners Day on the Farm, something like that. It used to be Spinners Day under the Oaks, and I think it's now Spinners Day on the Farm. Anyway, it's out at a friend's place, one of the ladies from our fiber guild, and it's a whole bunch of people that get together and they spend the day spinning, and they have big potluck and everything, and then there will be some vendors there too. So I'm actually going to go as a vendor with my husband's stuff. So we've been working on a few things to get it done for it. Here's a few Delgon spindles that he recently made. And I mean, I have other stuff that I've had put together, but these things are things he's just finished, so I still need to tag it all, weigh it all that kind of stuff. But here are some spindles that he just finished. So, nice little bouquet of spindles. So I need to get them all weighed and tagged, and then he's got a new crochet hook he just did. This one I think is a size H, so of course it's like the best size. Got a couple orifice hooks. If you're a spinner, you'll know what they're for, and if you're not, This is used to go into the orifice of the spinning wheel, which is a little tiny hole, and you have to go in there and grab your yarn that you've been spinning or your leader, and you pull it through the orifice, so then that's what you're spinning onto, and your wool or fiber gets its twist right there. And a lot of spinning wheels come with them on it. Here's one off of one of my spinning wheels, but it is the, come on, focus, there we go. It's the most commonly lost item off of a spinning wheel. People lose them all the time. So then they'll use a crochet hook, or they'll just hook a piece of wire. So we made the little orifice hooks, and it's got a little ring on it so that they can tie a string and put it onto their spinning wheel. So a couple orifice hooks, some bowls, and I need to go turn that microwave off so it doesn't keep making noises. This was the bowl I showed you last week that he had just come in with, and I still had to oil it and everything, so it's all oiled up and everything. And it came out so pretty. I'm going to enter this one in the fair for him because it did come out beautiful. And when it comes home from the fair, I'm keeping it because it's beautiful. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, no more beeping from the microwave. I'm prepping stuff for dinner tonight. We are barbecuing, and my husband's making homemade barbecue sauce, so yummy, yummy. Okay, let's see. Moving on. Hold on again. Okay, so oh my. I was gonna say let's try that again, but I see my camera battery flashing, so hold on one more second. Let's see, what is that, take 5? I think that's about where we're at now. Like I said, one of these days I will record a whole video without being interrupted. I was trying to remember where I was at. Oh, I was showing you the beautiful bowl. And I think that was all of, So he had one bowl he was doing the other day, and it was beautiful. It was coming out beautiful. And he put his hand in to sand it. And when he did, the bowl itself broke, and it like big jagged snap in the bowl. And it flew apart. It put a big cut in his finger. So of course he was bummed about it, but I can't help myself. I have to figure out ways to utilize stuff. So like, actually this one here originally had been a crochet hook, and this whole end broke off. So I used it for that. This one had been a crochet hook, and I had him finish it off for this. I don't like to waste the things. What else? This one had been a piece of wood he had been practicing a new tool on, and then I finished it off, and it might become a spindle. And then this was a piece that the whole inside is now out of, and I just need the little stick for it to be a shawl pin. So I've saved a bunch of these little pieces from when he's done pins to either use for something or to stack and glue and make something new. Don't know yet, but anyway, I like to utilize. So when his bowl broke the other day, I went out and started playing with it and sanding it, and it is now, looks like this. So this had been a big jagged piece that broke out here. So there's a couple things that can now get used for. One, it can be, oh, doesn't that look nice and greasy? There we go. It can be a cell phone stand, which it actually amplifies the sound a little bit in there. Or when I go tomorrow, I was thinking I can use it to put, I was looking for my pin, I can put the pins in it, or I could even put crochet hooks in it to display them. So I think that'll be a fun way to do it. So it's still getting used, and all his hard work did not go to waste. So let's see, I've got a few things for you today. We've got socks and noises. Now he's making his barbecue sauce. We have socks, squares, and Happy Mail. Oh my! Finished objects. So first finished object I am super excited about. I finished my first pair of socks. So not just one sock, a whole pair. And I'm going to enter or upload, put this onto the summer sock camp thread on Ravelry, which all this will be linked below, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is my first finished pair. Ta-da! This is my Beetlejuice socks. Let's see. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. This is the Handbook for the Recently Deceased is the colorway, and if you forgot what that is, Handbook for the Recently Deceased from the movie Beetlejuice. And this is what the colorway is. So it's got the different colors from the book. And I like that kind of stuff. So when I saw that colorway, I really wanted it. And I did shorties so that I could wear them during the summer and show them off. Gets too hot. I want to be able to wear them when I've got shorts on. So I did that, and where did I put my bag? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I set it down. Where did I set it? There it is. Okay. And I still have this much left. So I've got a lot there that I can still do something with. And I'm thinking I might do the yarn cozy that Nitty Natty has. Because if you're working it from the inside, which I did do on this one because I had it in that other thing, but as you're pulling it from the inside, then it starts doing this whole collapsy thing. And if you have the yarn cozy on it, it keeps it together. So I might do that. I'm not positive yet. And the yarn that I was using from Weird Sisters. So from Weird Sisters. And again, the colorway is the Handbook for the Recently Deceased. And it is a 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So I really like that colorway. And I'm super happy that I now have completed socks, and I blocked them last night. Let's take them off. Look, it's all blocked. I'm super excited. Can you tell? My first pair of socks. Okay, moving on. I finished my skeiny yarn, my Tomke yarn that I was working on. Where did I put the label? Did I put the label into here? Or did I put it over here? I think I put it over here. I remember where I put it. I put it where I would remember and it would be easy to get to. So I was keeping my little bit of fluff because if you enter it, which I'm wanting to enter it in the fair, if you enter it, you need to have a sample of the original. So there's the sample. This is the Tomke wool that I was doing, which was from the Mendocino fiber mill. And ooh, sorry, I'm so bad at hitting the desk. There we go. There is my finished skein of yarn. And I feel like I did, I'm still newer to this, and I feel like I did a pretty consistent spin, which is why I think I'm going to enter it, unless I do something before then that I like better. It looks like I ended up with, it may end up, I think it might have ended up as like a worsted size. So my thoughts on the fiber itself, it did have a decent little amount of VM. I felt like there's still a piece I missed. I kept pulling it out as I was working it. There's another piece. And those of you who do not know, VM is vegetable matter, so it's the little pieces of grasses that end up sticking into it, and you do get that with fibers that are just regularly processed, because the only way you don't get it is when they add chemicals into the processing, which kind of damages your fiber a little bit. And when you're just doing it from a regular mill, they put it through different processes to get that out, but they don't get it all out. And I don't know if it was just a really dirty fleece, if it was that because the fiber is grabby or what, but I felt like this fiber was a very fuzzy and grabby fiber. I don't know if you can tell. It felt very, to me it turned out, really fuzzy. It fluffed up a lot after I did the last bath on it, but I don't know if I needed to spin it more, which I might have needed to do. I don't know. I wasn't as happy with it. It's got a nice softness though. It could be worn against the skin. I only had bought 2 ounces because I wanted to try it. I don't know if I'd buy it again, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it other than enter it. So, but I did get that done. And then let me put this away before I lose it. Now, if I forget, make sure and tell me that I put it in here. Okay, move my socks out of the way. One other thing I did finish was I made 2 of these, and I gave one away as a gift. I made 2 giant bags, and it's got this pretty green inside. I wanted to make the big bag, so if I'm doing like a blanket or something like that, I have a really nice big bag. I can zip it closed and everything that I can put it into. So that was my reasoning for that. And then I have goodies in here to show you. I've just been slowly putting things in, but I have some other bags I want to make. I've shown you some of my small ones before, and I have some other fabric I recently got, so I want to make some other small ones. But I did get this one done. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did have one other thing that did not go onto my list, because when I made my list, I didn't have it done. I got one more square done for the Wonderland Yarns subscription blankets. Remember, I'm doing the knit version and the crochet version, and I get the yarn from them every month, and I get 2 skeins. I am affiliated with them because they send me one of the skeins so that I can complete both blankets by the end of the year. So I will have information below, and you can also go to if you go into my playlist, there is a playlist that has from every month, And when I do my unboxing, I've already done the square for that month so you guys can see it. So anyway, this was from March. This was the crochet square from March. This was the one I finished last week, the knit one, and I still needed to block it, so it is now being blocked. This one's being blocked. That will make March complete. So I now have all of March done. So January is complete, March is complete, but then I still have some squares to do in the other months. So moving in from finished objects to work in progress, in my bag from Happy Little Yarn that I got from the cat lady is my Wonderland yarns. So I am currently working on my third knit block for May. I'm on, what am I on? On round 19, and I think there's a total of 30 rounds. So I've got a little further to go, and then I only have one more knit one to do, and then, like I said, I'll probably redo the crocheted ones, but I'm going to get some of the others done before I go to that. So that one is currently being worked on. I mostly worked on those socks. That was my main project. So I mostly worked on those last week and did not actually do a whole bunch of anything else. So I have not worked on my son's scarf, and I have not worked any on my car socks. And I think, is that the things? I've kind of, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I kind of stopped on the crochet along I was doing. I set it here the 1 week to show you guys, and it fit perfectly on the back of my chair, and I just really was not, it's a great pattern, I'm not saying that. And I love Sidar patterns, I like their crochet alongs and everything, but I just have not been really feeling this one. That's not to say I won't go back and finish it at some other point, but, and I was just using yarn from my stash, so I was just randomly pulling things out to use. I didn't have yarn that I had invested for it or anything like that. And I just decided I had other things that I was more excited to work on right now. So this one has gotten set aside, and it is just now my pretty little thing on the back of the chair. And like I said, at some point I might finish it, but it might just stay as that. And it was a perfect point for me to do that because I had just attached all those pieces. I hadn't started the next one, and I had woven in all the ends. So it's kind of like a finished object at the moment because I don't currently have plans to do any more with it. So that's one that you won't be seeing for a while. And those are the only things. The little one-piece baby outfit I showed you guys last week, I have a picture of the baby wearing it. I'm not going to post it because I don't want to put the baby's picture out there, but he looks so cute in it. And they were really happy with it. So okay, so car sock scarf hasn't gone anywhere, working on the squares, and we'll have some future cast-ons I'm going to show you. So Summer Sock Camp, some of you have heard me talking about it. Summer Sock Camp is being run by Kay Linton from the Crazy Sock Lady, and it goes from May 24th till August 31st. And I've told you about the theme being kind of an 80s, 90s theme. So my Beetlejuice socks, that movie came out around then, but there's a new movie. Have you guys seen, sorry, back up. Have you seen the trailer for the new Beetlejuice movie? Look it up. I just watched it. I can't wait for it to start or come out. Anyway, so you do not have to do the theme to be part of Summer Sock Camp. It's just, it's there. There's a logo. So I bought the little bag that's the perfect size for me to put my sock project into with the little Summer Sock Camp logo. Reminds me of Saved by the Bell. So that's my little bag. So my next, right now it's got the Beetlejuice yarn in it, but it's going to get changed out with my new socks that I want to cast on, but I got to show you the yarn first. So I ordered some yarn, crinkly. I ordered some yarn from Premier. They have, well, you guys, do I have it right here? Oh, pulled too far. Okay, remember the video I did that had the cowl with this yarn? If you don't, go back and watch it. It's my super, or no effort yarn, I think is what I put. But they have all these bloom yarns that have the flowers and stuff, and as you work it, it automatically works. You've got the stripes, you've got the flowers, and it looks so pretty. Well, they just came out with a new one on this same basis, but it's fruit. And they've got patterns that are out with them. So like, this is their ankle sock pattern that goes with their dragon fruit base. They also have a crochet pattern for socks, and then they have some other things. So I bought my sister-in-law the strawberry theme, but I'm working on summer sock camp and the 80s and 90s stuff. And when I was in elementary school, every year at the end of the year, we would have this big picnic, our whole school, which I went to a little tiny country school. It was like just over 100 kids, so it wasn't like it was this massive thing, but we would have this big picnic out at this park. I mean, we drove half hour to an hour to where this park was at that we would go to every year. And of course, I mean, it was San Diego, it was hot, and you gotta have watermelon. So we would have watermelon. Every summer, Mom would make watermelon pickles. So for me, the watermelon takes me back to the 80s and 90s because I grew up in the 80s. So I got their watermelon sock yarn. Isn't that so cute? And bonus, it's like Christmas colors, so I can wear it at Christmas time too. And because I couldn't stop there, I also bought their thicker one. This is it says it's a number 4. It almost feels thicker. But anyway, I got their sweet roll, wrong way, which is also the watermelon, but it's the thicker yarn, so I can make something to go with the socks. So this will be my next cast on that's going to go into this bag for summer sock camp. So I'm excited to start that one. And then, let's see. What was the next thing? Obviously, we've traveled into mail time now. I told you about the Wonderland Yarns mystery box, mystery bag in the last video. And I said there was a good chance I was going to get it. I got it. Couldn't help it, had to get it. So I ordered it and came in this nice little box, which there's the bag that it showed with the whole little tag of what you were getting. So I had gotten the Netflix and chill because this was a date option. So I got Netflix and chill, and I got the third wheel add-on, which was a mini skein, and I got mine in neutrals on their March Hare base. And then you also get a pattern that you can scan. So came with a nice little note, and there is this pretty little postcard. And then they always give you, they do this with the Wonderland subscription too. It's a work in progress card. So, wrong way. You can put all your information for a project you're working on, which I honestly have not used one yet. Then there are some stickers. Welcome to New England. Proudfoot Sheep Farm, New Zealand. And Hide and Seek Champion, Loch Ness, Scotland. And then there was also one of their buttons. And there were, you know how I love their stitch markers. There's a pretty little stitch marker. And then the yarn. So the yarn I ended up getting is this beautiful color. And the name of it was awesome. It was perfect for me. So it says Wonderland Yarns, Pigments of Imagination, March Hair, Worsted Weight, 100% Superwash Merino. And the colorway on it is Tugly Wood. I mean, how perfect. I showed you guys my Tugly Wood hat with all the Tugly Wood creatures, and the yarn is the Tugly Woods. So I thought that was perfect. And then for the mini that came with it is Wonderland Yarns, Pigment of Imagination, March Hair, Worsted Weight, 100% Superwash Merino. But the minis, I've seen this in other ones where minis didn't have a color name. So there's no color name, but that's the mini. It's a beautiful color. And it came with a little cute little stitch marker. Stop wiggling, there we go. So these two colors actually look really nice together. Then I have to figure out what I want to do with them. But they're really, really nice and soft. So that was my date night. Now you can get it as a reoccurring subscription every month, or you can just go on and buy one. So I just had done one because I wanted to see what it was like. So very nice. It was worth the money. So again, their information will be linked below. I will have everything linked below. If I don't, you know, leave me a comment or something and I will make sure it's linked, because sometimes, you know, you forget. And then let's see, what do I want to show you next? I had fun this week. Our Fiber Guild had its end of the season luncheon, and we have 2 silent auctions every year. We have one at Christmas when we do our Christmas luncheon, and then we have one for the end of the season. And I bid on a few things. I was trying to control myself because I don't really need a whole bunch of yarn and fiber and things like this. But I actually had a couple of yarns I bid on. It was a friend who had brought them and she didn't want to have to bring the stuff home. So I said, well, I'll put the minimum bid on it because I like them. So if nobody else bids on it, then I'll have them to take home. And then there was one fiber that she had there, and she said, if nobody gets it, you can take it home. I said, okay. So I ended up coming home with, when her and another friend of mine first told me about this sheep, I thought they were yanking my chain till I looked it up in my book. I got 2 balls of this, 4 ounces. So I think it's 2 ounce, 2 ounce, so it's 4 ounces total, I think. Well, here, let's find out. Nope. 4 ounces in each one of these. So there's 8 ounces. And the breed is called a Zwartable. So there's the fiber. Here you can see, like, there's some of the VM I was telling you about in the other one. But you can see those are going to come out really easy. They'll come right out. This is a coarser fiber, coarser wool. So it's not going to be an against the skin spin. It's going to be something that, you know, you might use it as a rug yarn or something for like a tapestry or something like that. It would be warm though if you used it for an outer garment. But anyway, I thought when they told me it was a Zwartable, I was like, Zwartable, you're yanking my chain. Nope, they weren't. And it's a super cute sheep. I looked it up. It's a very cute sheep. So got some Zwartable that I can spin. And then I did end up with 3 of her yarns. I ended up with this really pretty skein. And this one is Claudia Hand Painted Pigments, fingering weight 100% merino. And it says the color is called Oops. So that is some Oops yarn. And then I also got this one here. There are 2 skeins. It's a really pretty gray, heathered gray. And it is by Tenderfoot. Easy Care Merino Blend. 75% merino, 25% polyamide. And it's a super fine. And the color is carbon gray. So I can do something. There's enough here. I might maybe do a shawl with this. That would be pretty for a shawl. And then there was this little batch of a bunch of little sock yarns. It says Cascade Yarns, distributor of fine yarn, 98.3% cotton, 1.7% elastic. There's 50 grams, 100 yards in one of these little things. And this one says Fixation Stripes. Oh, it says fixation there too. So let's see what these ones say. Fixation. Those 3 are all the same color. No, these all say fixation. Let's see if there's a difference. Nope. So there is no individual, just a color number, so no individual name. So there's 3 of them that are in this pastel. And then this one is more of a primary, and this one is in like a blue and white. So I can do something with those. I don't know what, but I only paid $4 for those. I paid $4 for this, and I paid $2 for this. I got a deal there. I think so. And then my favorite buy of the day was this beautiful basket. It's got super soft leather handles on it. It's nice and open, and it's got a natural dye in it, and it was actually made by one of the ladies in our guild. And she does beautiful work, so I was super excited to get one of her baskets. So I got that, and it worked perfect for bringing my stuff home. Oh, I did get one other thing too. Where did I put it? There it is. Paid like $5 for this, and it's a hand woven, long, almost like a runner. And it has a backing on it, and it's really pretty. But I told you guys about that class that I'm doing with the children, the arts camp, and it's weaving and music. And I have not done a whole lot of weaving, and I have not done anything on a big loom. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, this is perfect. I can bring it with me, and they can see and feel something else that has been woven, and what, if they stick with it, what they can do later on. So I got that. If you've stuck with me this long, make sure and like and subscribe and hit that notification. Do all those YouTube-y things, because it really does help me. Okay, next. Well, next we're going to do this. Okay, this one's just kind of fun. So I found out today that Copperfield Books was there at their warehouse, our local warehouse. They were having a big sale today. So went there, and my son found me this that I ended up walking away with for, let's see, Green Dot, I think Green Dot was $4. I don't know. They had colored dots, and the colored dots were $1, $2, $3, and $4. So I know it wasn't more than 4, but they're Goonies dice. I love the Goonies. My husband found me these great socks with the fans and little fanny pack. Kind of has a Wonderland theme to it to me, with the T, and there's little keys and stuff. So it's a cute little fanny pack. It was one of the dot ones, so it was super cheap, and these were only like 10% off, but this was really cheap. And when I go to the sale tomorrow, I can use it to put money and stuff in and not have to have a cash box sitting around somewhere. So that's why I got it. Okay, now the exciting one. I have shown you guys, let's see. You guys have seen this bag before that I got from the Happy Little Mermaid yarn company, and I love this bag. And they do little sachets that go with them. The insides, you know, all theme. And this is the one that has my teal socks that I still need to finish. See, 1 sock, not 2, 1. But then they do, where is it? They make a little lavender sachet that goes with each one of their little bags. So you got that pretty little smell in there. And I'd gotten that at Lambtown this last year. And I interviewed them, or I showed their shop, talked to them a little bit, and I asked them they're going to be there again this year, so I'm excited to see them again. But I just ordered some stuff off of their Etsy, and I will link them below. And I got a new bag. I know I'm making my own bags, but this bag was just so cute, and I like to support other makers too. So this, let's see, crinkly. Wait, hold on, okay. Had to get the crinkle out of the way. So how cute is this little bag with the mason jars? It's got this pretty blue inside. It's a drawstring bag. It is just so cute, and they have a bunch of bags right now that are just really cute, but there was something about this one, and I even looked up to see like the fabric and everything, and they do such a wonderful job that I was like, no, I'm supporting them. I am buying their bag. So their prices are really good. Their bags are really good quality, so make sure and check them out, and they will be linked below. And the reason I even initially started putting anything in my cart was they had these really cute little chicken needle stoppers, and when I'm doing my emotional support chicken, how cute would that be on my needles? I almost bought a chicken bag from them, except that I knew it wasn't going to be big enough for the chicken to go into, so I was like, okay, never mind. But I thought those were so cute. So that is going to be when I work on an emotional support chicken, because I do have a couple more I need to do. And then I bought how beautiful is this? It is so pretty. I almost didn't, because I didn't really need it, but it's just so pretty. So this color is called Oktoberfest, and it is DK sock set, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So you have 145 yards, 100 grams in the big one, and 49 yards, 20 grams in each of the minis. So pretty. And I mean, obviously I've only finished one pair of socks so far, but I haven't done one with the changing the heel and toe and stuff like that. So that'll be fun to do. So I don't know, I might wait a little bit because I have that other one that is kind of an 80s color. But I think I'll do the watermelon, then I'll do that one, and then I'll do this one. But I'm excited. So I got that, and then they add a little bag of goodies. Okay, so they put a little bag of goodies. We got some little candy chews. I don't know if they're, oh, they're nalilators. They're nalilators. Come on, focus. You know you want to. There we go. Nalilators. A little sucker. We got Henry and Sons tea, Egyptian chamomile. Yummy. Love chamomile. And their business card. Oh, and a little sticker that matches the bag. How cute is that? I wonder if I have room for it on my cup. I got lots of stuff on my cup now, but I might be able to fit it in. That one I'll have to put on my cup, or it might have to go on my other cup. And then the little lavender sachet. This is another one. They have another bag like this that has big yarn balls all over it. But yummy. So let's see. I think that's everything. Oh no, it's almost everything. Okay, oh, I'm over here. I showed you that. Okay, so I talked about summer sock camp, but then there's also Nitty Natty's Summer Sock Week, which is what my shirt is. That is from Summer Sock Week. So this is the theme for this year, and it's the outdoors. And hers lasts from July 21st to July 28th. And you only have to complete one sock to actually enter into that. So each sock is another entry. And because of the fact that it's just 1 week long. So, but that one is literally just the 1 week, and you upload, and she's got a number of different prizes. So I think they randomly draw the prizes, which is the same thing Kay does for the summer sock camp. She has a whole bunch of prizes that end up getting drawn from, and including, where'd I put it? Including one of my husband's crochet hooks. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I actually paid attention when I did this one. The socks, when I did them, were, okay, so I told you the yarn and all that kind of stuff. I did 2x2 rib. It's Kay Linton's vanilla sock pattern. And I did the smaller size because I found out that my knitting is much looser. So the medium size was too big. So this is just about the right size for me. So I did a 2x2 rib, 20 rows. Then I did 10 rows in the leg. And then I did, for my size foot, I ended up doing 60 rows in the foot. I did the slip stitch heel, and I started it on May 29th, and I finished them on June 6th. But it was my main project, so I was really working on doing that. And it's a lot quicker when you're doing a shorty, because normally you're doing a 60 rows in the leg or something like that, and this was just the short one. But like I said, wearing shorts and stuff during the summer, I can wear them and I can show them off. So yeah, that was a little backtrack. I meant to say that earlier and I just totally forgot. But I'm trying to write more of that down. I've been writing down the things that I've been completing so I can go back at the end of the year and see how many things I've actually accomplished within the year. So I've been doing it since January. So I have my January list, February, March, April, May, and now I'm starting on June. And then writing down the socks. So the other socks that I've started, I didn't have when I started them, which the teal ones are going to be getting pulled out and redone. The white speckled one, I only did the one sock. And then the car socks I haven't finished yet, but I did not put when I had started them because I had not been keeping track of that yet. So I'm going to try and keep track of that because I do find it interesting to see how long, I mean, I'm not working on it 24 hours a day or something, but it's interesting to see how long it takes to complete something. Especially when you work really hard at it. And I worked really hard at it and I've got these done and I'm very happy about it. So I need to take some pictures of them and then upload them. Okay, I think that is it. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. And I will be back Wednesday with something. Not really sure yet what's coming up on Wednesday, but I will see you again on Wednesday. We'll see you all again soon. Bye.